Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Christmas special of the live. We're a couple days out here from Christmas, so Merry Christmas to everyone that's watching live or watching on the replay. This will be, I believe, the second to last live. I am actually planning, I think, at this stage to do another live next week. So I've got a bit of time that I can chuck another live in next week. I'm going to talk about the channel, progress for the year, what my goals are for next year. But tonight, I just want to jump on, do a quick live, answer any questions that come through. I'm going to be talking about Christmas time and money. And unfortunately, Christmas time can be quite stressful for people when it comes to a lot of things. And unfortunately, money can play a bit of a role in that. So I'm just going to talk about a few strategies, but I will chuck up the quiz question that we have each week. So tonight's quiz question is, how much does the average Australian spend on Christmas? So it's just a bit of something I searched up and found. So this includes gifts, food, travel, all those kind of eating out, all those kind of things. I'm guessing they meant over a bit of a Christmas period, whether it's a Christmas week or something. So we've got A, 1,520, B, 802, C, 1,232, or D, 460. So I found this one quite interesting. Now, I have gone for my only Christmas shirt that I've got, so trying to get in the Christmas spirit. So g'day, Chris. Thanks for joining. Appreciate your support. Appreciate all your support through the year. It's been great. So I've got Ashton has guessed A, so 1,520. So it was really interesting because it is crazy how much the average person is probably spending across Christmas time. But I want to break down the answer when I get to it and explain, well, maybe this can be tackled in a certain way through the year. So maybe it isn't such a big burden. So Chris has guessed B, which is $802. And it is interesting, I suppose, there was some more detailed statistics about what made up the actual spending. So obviously we've got gifts, we've got food and stuff like that. And I believe gifts was the top one. So I believe gifts was around the $400 mark. So we've got another guess here of 1,520. So we've had a couple guesses there for A, which is 1,520. So I will jump into the answer. I won't leave it too long tonight. So the correct answer was 1,232. So no one got it right. But yeah, that works out to, I think I did work it out. Let me just bring up my calculation I'd done earlier. So it's about $24 a week. So the average now, so if you look at it that way, $24 a week doesn't sound like a lot. If you look at the way it's $1,200 spending that's going to happen in a one or maybe a month period kind of thing by the time people buy presents and stuff, that's a lot of money to come out of someone's budget. So Chris has just put, wow, crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of money that the average person is spending. So, and I looked at that and gone, yeah, that's probably not far off of, like, I know what I've spent on presents across family, partner, for all those kind of things. And then you add in any of the food if you've got Christmas events on. Obviously, if you're putting on the dinner or lunch or whatever you're doing at home, that's going to add up as well. Some travel costs for people. It does quickly add up. But I think that really shows that, well, maybe if you approach it over a year and budget through the year, $25 a week is a lot easier to handle than $1,200 all at once. So yeah, $1,232 is the average that Australians spend on Christmas. So, if you take that across a husband and wife or whatever, you're looking at $2,500 for a couple. So it's a lot of money that's you can see why people's budgets get stretched thin if they're not prepared for it. So yeah, so that was quite an interesting one. So Chris got, yeah, I guess it makes sense actually, the hidden costs we ignore. And that it all adds up that it's, that Christmas week, maybe you've got a work Christmas show that you go out for dinner for that, and then you might catch up with a friend group. You might be in a couple of Secret Santa groups that you send gifts off to people. Then you might have Christmas, you might do something Christmas Eve, a few drinks with friends and that. Then maybe Christmas Day, you could have upwards of 2 or 3 different events you're going to that might be gifts. You may be making food to bring for a platter, or you may be hosting an event. You may be traveling. So I typically was traveling most Christmases somewhere. It might only be an hour drive somewhere, but you're then adding fuel costs on top of that as well. There's plenty of people that fly into state for Christmas to see family. So all these things quickly add up. And I think that's where people forget, and then it all hits at once. And it's like this crazy thing that all happens at once, all these social events, plus the pressure of gifts, and gifts seem to just be getting bigger and bigger. Everyone wants to outdo each other, and it can all get pretty crazy. So yeah, tonight we're going to be talking about money at Christmas time, and that's why I wanted to start with that little quiz question, because it is an interesting topic. I did a video just over a year ago on my channel about tips to save money and tips to be better off at Christmas time. And my biggest thing for it is putting a plan in place and having to understand, well, how much do people spend during the year on Christmas? And then you can start to work through that, work out a budget. And that's why it is one of those. Christmas is already a stressful time. People are busy. People, maybe you've got a bit of anxiety or something, or like those kind of things of these social gatherings that maybe you're not used to doing, or you're going to see family that maybe you don't get along that well with, and all those different things that get thrown at you once. And everyone expects everyone to be happy and stuff to do Christmas, but there are these stresses that happen behind the scenes, and money is a big one of them. But I think the money one is one that you can alleviate and help with. I think the biggest thing that I would suggest to people when it comes to Christmas time is just that budgeting through the year. By putting in place in budget, and $25 a week is so much easier to handle than $1,200 in one go at Christmas time. So by doing that and planning ahead, it is a lot easier for you to handle. So by breaking, and I think that goes to anything that is going to be a large lump sum that is not something that's regular and it's a once off. By budgeting for that through a whole year, or might be over a 6-month period, etc., it's much more easier to handle. And I've seen people try and do it where they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, and they're just kind of expecting the money's just going to show up when it comes. And that's not how it works. If you don't put a plan in place, you can't do it. So I've seen people go, I'm going to go on a holiday and it's going to cost $3,000, and they don't think about it till it gets closer, and suddenly they're a month out and go, oh, we've got 4 weeks, I need to come up with $3,000. How am I going to find, $750 a week or whatever? Whereas if they had broken that down over 30 weeks, it would have been 100. So I think Christmas is the same thing, that if you're plotting, and some people will do it by buying presents through the year, so that they go, when it comes to the end of the year, they're set. Now that doesn't work if you're going to go, and I've seen people rush out and go buy presents for next year's Christmas the week after Christmas, and then they can't help themselves through the year. They keep adding to that, and end up going way over budget anyway. So if you're that type of person, well, you better to leave it to as late as possible. But if you're the type that wants to be organized and isn't going to do that, then getting them early may help, or spreading them out. Going, all right, January I'm going to buy for this person, February that person, and spreading out like that, or they're putting the money away, etc., looking out for sales through the year, etc. So being aware of things through the year helps seasonal money spikes in your budget. I think that's definitely true. So, but I think the biggest thing for Christmas is obviously enjoying yourself and not being too hard on yourself if you break a budget or you spend big, those kind of things. I think people can get way too caught up in going, oh, gee, I spent way over what I was expecting to spend. And at the end of the day, if it's happened, and you're meant to be enjoying yourself, enjoy the things outside of money, enjoy spending time with family or friends that maybe you don't get to see as often, especially with all the COVID stuff that's been going on. People haven't been able to travel and stuff, and now we've got some borders opening, people are traveling, and go and enjoy those things that you maybe haven't got to do, and see those people and spend time with people. And I think that's definitely what's most important, and not getting caught up in the money side. And if you can have that plan in place, etc., then I think you'll be much better equipped to deal with that. So something else I wanted to touch on quickly was the Discord. So I'll just break up the Christmas chat for a second. So anyone that is watching, or if they're watching the replay, I'd love for you to head over to Discord. I've been working really hard on the Rooshock's project. So if you haven't checked out my videos I've done on my future NFT project, I'd love for you to check that out. All the details are getting dropped in the Discord. I'm dropping new characters daily this week, and they've got really exciting Christmas-themed characters. So that's going to be coming out tomorrow, something Christmas-related. So keep your eye out for that. Go head over to the Discord or the Rooshock's Instagram or Twitter pages. So I'd love to see a few more followers on those. We're really going to double down on the marketing come the new year for this project that's going to hopefully launch in March. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, I'd love to. I've been really enjoying designing characters this week. It's been a massive push for the characters. So I believe by hopefully tomorrow I'll be halfway through the characters. So we'll have 30 of the 60 characters designed, drawn, ready to go. So that's exciting. So I'm hoping probably by mid-January, hopefully most of those characters will be done. So yeah, we'd love to head to the Discord, because there's plenty of conversations happening there just around general tax things, general money things, just chat about all different things, crypto, NFTs, those things, business. So the more people will get there, the more people we can network with, and the more we can get out of it. So that's something that's really exciting, something that's really great with my business, is connecting other people. And I love that when I've been connected to others through podcasts you've done or friends that you've made that then connect you on to someone else. So that's what I want that to be about. So something else I wanted to touch on quickly was post-Christmas sales, because I know people can get wrapped up in these, and obviously I'm pretty sure Boxing Day sales will start the day before Christmas nowadays. People seem to be pushing them earlier and earlier because everyone wants to get in first. And the biggest thing that it always, you see it all the time. The biggest thing with a sale, if you weren't going to buy it anyway, like, is it really a sale? Like, are you, if you save $50, but you're never planning on spending that $100 anyway, well, is that really you saving, or have you just spent more? So people get so caught up in that side of things. And I think that's something that's really important for people to remember. But at the same time, you may find some bargains in that. Depends what you're looking for. Just remember not to go too big and don't get caught up in some of the headlines that you see. So I did a video last year on earlier this year on end of financial year sales. So I think that's something people also get caught up in, is that the end of financial year sales, we've got to get a bargain. But what I'm finding these days is that you can find most things on sale year round, because there's so many more options to buy from these days. So you've got so many online stores and stuff. So, you want to go buy a phone, I'm sure you'll find somewhere that's got some kind of deal on it. Whereas in the past, we're probably limited to where we could go. So therefore, those places you're waiting for them to go sales. And I mean, some companies just have sales all year round. EV Games is a great example. You go past every time, they've got the big red sale banners up, and they always seem to be having a sale. And they'll push big end of financial year or Christmas, Boxing Day sales. And sometimes these sales are just the same things that go on sale every couple of weeks. JB Hi-Fi is one. DVDs seem to go 20% off, and I'm sure that seems to be a rotation once every 4 weeks or something. So you can always find the same things on sale. So don't get caught up in that, and just remember, if you've just received a whole bunch of gifts, for instance, well, do you really need to go out and then spend that? It's different if, I suppose, people that get gift vouchers and stuff, they may want to go and do that. But yeah, I think sales is something people can definitely get caught up in. So there wasn't too much more this week. I didn't get any questions through. I was a bit unorganized on putting that up, but I'll give you a quick rundown of what's going to happen over the channel over the next month, because I've got quite a busy month coming up. So I've got a video I've recorded that will go up Boxing Day. It's just about late overdue tax returns. It's not the most exciting topic, but I just wanted to get a video out. And I know a lot of people are busy, and I don't expect many views over this time of the year. But because I'm going away for a chunk of January, I'm trying to get myself organized and get some of these videos sorted. So I've got that video going up Sunday. Next Wednesday, at this stage, I am planning to do another live just for me to chat about the year in review. And then I'll do a video probably in early 2022 on, or it might be late, I'm not sure. It'll be somewhere in that Christmas, New Year's, somewhere around that time, of my goals for 2022. And I'll be covering some of the goals that I set in 2021. So I did do a video on my goals for this year, early this year. And it has been quite an interesting thing to work out what I have achieved and what I didn't achieve. It was really interesting. I'll go into more detail on that. But a lot of the things I thought that I set that I classed as self-controlled goals that I was in control of, I didn't actually hit some of them. But it was interesting because then a lot of the external goals I smashed and achieved way more. So it was an interesting learning lesson. It's the first year I've really tracked things thoroughly like that. I really enjoyed doing it to see how I was progressing and where my mindset changed of all that was important and now it's not. So I think that's a really interesting concept. So that'll be one video. There won't be too many lives in January. I don't think there probably is any at this stage planned, because I've got a few videos that I really want to get recorded and edited, and they'll go out. And then I've got my wedding, so I'll be away from the 10th of January till towards the end of January. So that will be most of January for me. So I'll have some videos in that time period, and therefore there won't be the lives and stuff. So I'll have them pre-recorded and set. So I do have a comment here. Did you watch Coinbury's recent video featuring Uncle Dennis and his Rucoin? No, I haven't. Rucoin sounds quite interesting. I might just give that one a Google right now. But no, I didn't. If someone could drop some more details on what that was about. I'm just looking it up now. I might try and share the little logo here if I can work out how to do that. Give me a second, guys. It doesn't. Some of these crypto things are pretty crazy that it's going on. So there seems to be a coin for everything. So yeah, here's Rucoin. I'm not sure if you can see. You can't really see the token there, but yeah, no, I hadn't heard of that one before. I don't know what it is, but there we go. There is a Rucoin. So there you go. All right. Chris just left a comment. So exciting times ahead. Love it, mate. Talk soon. Going to go prep for my live. Great work this year, man. Excited for what's to come. Now, appreciate you being here, Chris. Make sure if anyone is interested in Chris's channel, go and check it out. He's obviously doing another live. Love his lives. They're really interactive. He has a great community over there. So it's definitely, something I look up to for how great his community is. So I do appreciate those that have tuned in tonight. I just want to keep it quick, sharp. Wish you all a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great time with family or friends, or even if you don't celebrate Christmas, you enjoy some time off potentially. Just relax over this time. Hope everyone that doesn't check anymore, if you don't see any more content, I hope you have a great New Year's, and we'll look forward to talking to you more again next week and then into the new year. So I appreciate everyone's support. Thanks, guys.